A chocolate chip cookie is the best as far as cookies go. With its crispy outer edge and soft, ooey-gooey center, it's the ultimate treat. Today I'm going to be sharing my work contest winning chocolate chip cookies that I'm sure will be a winner in your house too. So I'm going to start by browning our butter. And what that does is it toasts up the milk solids and it gives our cookies that depth of flavor. You'll notice it very subtly in the cookies. And if you're wondering, yes, the type of butter does matter. I've made so many chocolate chip cookies, and the best one by far that I've ever used is this Floralp 100% Swiss butter. If you can't get this, Kerrygold is also a very good alternative. It's the Irish one. Just go with very high quality ingredients to get the best possible cookies. So what I'm gonna do is add half a cup of unsalted butter or 8 tablespoons of unsalted butter into my pan, and I'll just let it melt slowly on medium heat. This butter is a real rich yellow color. You'll notice that the butter is starting to bubble up and the milk solids to sink to the bottom. That's when you have to keep a really close eye on it, as it'll turn into brown butter very quickly. The butter will start having smaller bubbles and you can start seeing through the butter a lot more clearly. So our brown butter has a beautiful golden hue like this, and it's gonna provide so much depth in our cookies. And if you see the bubbles like this, it's not a problem at all. I'm just gonna transfer it into a mixing bowl and let it cool down for about 5 minutes. Now if it's too hot, it tends to create a pretty greasy cookie. For the perfect cookie with the crispy outside and a soft, warm, gooey inside, I'm gonna be using 2 sugars. Half a cup of white sugar and half a cup of brown sugar. So the white sugar will give our cookies the delicate crisp, while the brown sugar with the molasses in it will provide the extra chew. And then with my spatula, we'll just mix. I'm gonna mix it until the butter is fully incorporated and the sugars are nice and fluffy. Then I'm gonna add 1 egg at room temperature. Kobe! At this point, your batter should look kinda like slime. And what I like to do at this point is add in our vanilla, salt and baking soda. And mix it thoroughly before adding the flour and chocolate chips. This is so that everything is fully incorporated and even. What I love about this recipe is that you really don't need any fancy equipment. I don't need a big stand mixer, I don't need a hand mixer. I just need a spatula and some arm strength. That's it. If you want the specific amount and ingredients, just check the description below. I've written it all out for you. Now I'm gonna add our flour and chocolate chips in at the same time. This way it mixes evenly and I think it doesn't create any unnecessary clumping or mixing. And today I've gone for the small chips. I prefer them small. You can go bigger, but again, really important just to go for high quality dark chocolate. For me, I like to mix it until I don't see any white flour left in there, meaning that it's fully incorporated with our batter. Just like that. Now on a baking sheet that I've already lined with parchment paper, I'm gonna use my large cookie scooper. Some people might call this an ice cream scooper, but clearly you know what I'm using it for. I'm gonna scoop large dollops on our baking sheet. Our cookie dough is nice, soft and pliable. And, you know, I like to clean up the edges a bit so that we've got nice round balls going on. I will space them about 2 inches apart because they will spread and flatten quite a bit. At this point you have a lot of options. Me personally, I like to sprinkle some, what is it, Mary River salt, basically fleur de sel, because the salt gives a really nice contrast to the overall sweetness of these cookies. And it just brings the whole thing in a whole new level. It brings it on another level. Like this, a little bit of sea salt goes a long way to making a dessert stand out more. I love it. You might have to try it for yourself. And then I just go around and press it in so that the flakes don't fall off. I tend to like my cookies to be flat and round because that creates the beautiful crisp edges. But if you tend to like them thicker with the chewier inside, at this point you just have to stick them in the fridge for a few minutes so that the butter firms up. I'm just gonna keep them as they are and pop them in the oven at 175 for about 12 minutes.
11 minutes later.
Damn. If only you could smell this. Now we're gonna just let them cool off for 5, maybe 8 minutes, just until we can handle them, because now they're really soft.
A few moments later.
That crispy edge. God damn. This is everything you want in a cookie. It's fucking perfect. You've reached the end of the video. Obviously you did not like it at all. So I encourage you not to like, and obviously do not subscribe to my channel. Just steal the recipe and vanish like a ninja. No, but like, please subscribe. Seriously, it actually helps like a lot.